Religious freedom is not a favor from God. It is a recognition of something that is God-given, that the human soul answers just to God, and that every person must be free to seek truth, to worship freely, and to live their faith without fear. I want to give a very heartfelt special thanks to every single faith leader, advocate, dignitary, survivor, and fighter for religious freedom. You really all are heroes. And tonight we are here for the international religious freedom, what many call America's first freedom. Because if you're consciously coerced, then every other right becomes fragile. Religious freedom is not a favor from government. It is a recognition of something that is God-given, that the human soul answers just to God, and that every person must be free to seek truth, to worship freely, and to live their faith without fear. In my role as Senior Advisor and President Donald J. Trump for the White House Faith Office, I have the honor of serving people faith here in America and around the globe. I can tell you that religious liberty is our top and number one priority. While we have many initiatives that we work on that are wonderful and incredible, we understand that religious liberty really is the bedrock. It is the foundation for our faith. And not only here in America, but in our engagement with the world. This president and his administration is fully committed. President Trump established the historic, first time ever, White House Faith Office. We have a religious liberty, have policy dedicated solely to religious liberty under my office in the executive office of the president. And then he created Centers for Faith with faith directors and faith liaisons in everything department and agencies. He established the Religious Liberty Commission to secure and promote religious liberty for all Americans and all people faith. You can mean that, guys, without a case. Oh, the world weekend among grave danger. He established the Department of Justice Task Force to eradicate any diversionist bias, as well as the Task Force Against Anti-Semitism. I could literally stand up here for hours and tell you, we just finished our 150 wins just for the last month for people of faith. And we worked tirelessly. Back before I got in the car to come over here, I was just briefing with Secretary Ruby on things and issues of religious liberty and Vice President Vance. They were both going in to talk to President Trump, and I said I have to go speak for Dr. Michael Jenkins and IRF and some of the greatest people around the globe. So it really is an honor to be with you. We have formed many special honors, and now the Board of Faith. And the White House Faith Office does so much more than just host meetings. You listen to people who are being persecuted, pressured, pushed, silenced, and targeted simply because of their faith and because of their belief. We listen to family members and advocates of those that are in prison and persecuted. We convene faith leaders from across all denominations, traditions, and all faiths. We collaborate with partners who are doing frontline work. And we keep raising the standard consistently, saying, a nation can be strong military and economically, but it is not totally free if it punishes conscious evil. I recently went on an international tour to several African countries. Donna and I got married in Ghana. My kids live there. Africa, Asia are very dear to my heart. I've been on almost 140 countries. We were in Ghana, Zimbabwe, and Uganda, DRC, and Rwanda, and several others, meeting with presidents, leaders, victims, encouraging communities, and standing with those who are working to protect houses of worship, to defend vulnerable families, and to build societies where people are not forced to choose between faith and faith. Many of you are quite aware that our president immediately went in and took a frontline stand when persecution against people, the fake Christians in Nigeria, whether it is Africa or Asia or South America or America or anywhere in the world. We believe the conscious and religious liberty and human rights must be defended of the whole people. I've seen extraordinary courage. I've also seen the cost of people in their pain when that freedom is threatened. And it's only deepened my conviction that we must stay engaged globally. What happens here at IRF is so crucial to the globe, to the world. Your work is critical, and it is greatly rewarded. I know it can be perilous at times, and I feel that difficult, but I want to encourage you. You really are the agent of change. And I believe that he are used by God to bring great freedom to this world. And be counted. We know that this is not just words, but it's action. And President Trump is committed to that action. And I also want to acknowledge something that's very personal and very timely. Look at the release of Pastor Son. Many of you know his stories. Dr. Jenkins, you and your organization have been in there fighting. And many of the people in this room stood, prayed, spoke out, refused to let his case and many multitudes of others be forgotten. His son Chance I met with right before his release with NSC and with walking with him with courage and clarity. And advocates, many pastors like Pastor Rob, we going over to South Korea and many others. I want to thank all of it and all of you for your unwavering advocacy. And for our faith office, we continually work with NSC, National Security Council, State Archbishop, Vice President, our President, who is my dear friend, who I've been in a relationship with him and his family for 25 years now. President Trump, what I believe is one of the greatest champions of faith. I was so proud as the team and Vice President Vance, who made very clear lines that religious liberties must be enforced, and we saw the release of Pastor Son. His persistence reminds us that when people of God and people of conscience stand together, chains can break and freedom will prevail. We must keep standing because one release does not end the larger concern. The bigger question is whether democracies will remain strong enough to protect disagreement, conviction, and faith in the public square. That's why my heart is also with Dr. Han, who I love very much and have ministered, I call it minister, in your Peace Federation, and her heart for bringing people all faiths together to defend religious liberty. I want to express love and sincere concern for her health, her dignity, and her rights. And tonight from this room, I want to say that both Japan, Korea, and every country must uphold religious freedom fully, fairly, and consistently. Injustice must never become selective. Due process must never become a weapon, and faith must never become a target. The scriptures is what is holy to me, my Bible. Give me a very simple command that I believe applies to every nation and every generation. It says it is for freedom in Christ has set us free. Stand firm, then, and do not let yourself be burdened again by your slavery. Galatians 1. A little out of context, but I think it is appropriate. So tonight, let us recommit ourselves to defend the dignity of every person, to protect the rights of every faith community, to build bridges where we can, and to draw lines where we must, and to never grow weary in well-doing, because freedom is always worth fighting for. Thank you to each of you for your courage, your partnership, and your prayers. May God bless all of your efforts. represented in this room and make peace come not as a slogan, but as a reality built on truth, justice, and liberty. God bless you today.